Hello there folks, The Great Scott here. If you've been watching the videos that I've been posting on both my Facebook page as well as my Instagram channel, you've noticed that one of the things that I've been doing this past week is showing you different ways to do the same trick, a classic called 3-card Monte. So far I've done a regular version of 3-card Monte, as well as a customized version I had made that was a superhero version for when I would do superhero parties. Well, it's also possible for a magician to make a version of his favorite trick for fun, and this is basically what this is that I have right here today. I am a big fan of the restaurant Wahlburgers, and one thing that magicians will sometimes do is do table hopping in restaurants, although we're not doing much of that very now, given what's going on in the world. But anyway, one day I was on the website for the Wahlburgers TV show, and it just so happened that the Wahlberg brothers all had their bio photos with white backgrounds, similar to how the soda cans and the superhero symbols you saw in the previous videos had white backgrounds, and it occurred to me that I could make a Wahlburgers brother version of 3-card Monte. My intention was to approach the Wahlberg Corporation about doing some table hopping in their restaurants. Unfortunately, the trick you're about to see made Paul Wahlberg run away, so I don't think that'll be happening anytime soon. Occasionally, I do volunteer for some of the events the food truck does at breweries and such, so if you end up attending any of those events, there's a chance you might run into me there. But how do you do 3-card Monte with the Wahlberg brothers? So here once again is 3-card Monte, now Wahlburgerified, as I like to say. Here's a guy you should recognize, unless you've been living under a rock since 1990, Donnie Wahlberg, new kid on the block, star of Blue Bloods. And this is also Donnie Wahlberg right here. Now, why do I have two Donnie Wahlberg cards? It's really quite simple. According to television, there's no such thing as too much Donnie Wahlberg. How many shows is he on now? Scary People, Wahlburgers, Donnie Loves Jenny, Rock This Boat, Blue Bloods, the list goes on. And then we have the gentleman who's responsible for all the food at Wahlburgers, Master Chef Paul Wahlberg. Now, you might be wondering, why is Mark Wahlberg not in this trick? It's really quite simple. I couldn't afford him. Now, if you ever watched the reality show when it was on about the restaurant, you knew that one of the running gags, literally and figuratively, was the fact that this gentleman right here was constantly on the go, always running around like a chicken with his head cut off. I can testify to that because I've met him a few times and I've never had a conversation with him that was longer than 90 seconds. He's a busy man and a very talented guy at the same time. Watch very carefully now. See if you can keep up with Chef Paul, because he's always running around. Where's Chef Paul right now? He's in the middle, if you guessed. Where is he now? He's in the middle. One more time for good luck. Where is Chef Paul right now? He's in the middle. So if Chef Paul is in the middle, who's on the bottom? Donnie Wahlberg. Now, little secret here. I actually got to do this trick for Donnie Wahlberg at the Dorchester groundbreaking. And when I got to this point in the trick, I said to him, who's on the bottom? And he said, well, I'm never on the bottom. For the sake of this trick, I'm on the bottom. Well said, Donnie. So Donnie's on the bottom, Paul is in the middle. Who is on top? Well, that would be the other Donnie. There we are. And then who is in between Donnie and Donnie? That would be Paul Wahlberg. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, I told you Paul moves very fast. He just went down to the basement for something at Wahlburgers. Now, if Paul's in the basement, then where are Donnie and Donnie? Well, you would think on top, except Paul just came upstairs, and then he went into the kitchen to do some cooking. You can always find him in the kitchen. And even though he has, let me see if I can get this right, even though he has a half-brother, a passed-away father, and a nephew that all share his name, there is only one Donnie Wahlberg. Now, at this point, people start to wonder, are there more than 3 cards there? Nope. 1, 2, 3. So, if this is the new kid on the block, and this is the master chef, then who is this? Sometimes when I do this trick, people will say, I'll bet you that's going to be Mark. And I'm like, no, it's not going to be Mark, spoken like a true person from Dorchester. I told you I couldn't afford Mark, but I can afford their brother Bob Wahlberg, also known as Robert Wahlberg. He's been in some movies as well. Anyway, and that is the Wahlburgers version of 3-card Monte. Thank you very much.